Thank you. So we're going to move on to item number 5, which is the Care Inspectorate Wales inspection of Bridgend County Borough Council's regulated services in adult social care. I will ask the officer to briefly introduce the report, and I will call upon members who indicate they wish to speak by clicking the raise hand icon in turn. Thank you.
My colleague Jane Lewis is going to give a brief, I'm emphasising brief, Jane, not because it's you, summary of the report, Chair.
Hello, thanks for inviting us to join the meeting. I hope everyone can hear. Excuse me, I'm a little bit croaky. I'm joined by my colleagues, Kerry Williams, who's Provider Service Manager in our Learning Disability and Mental Health Services, and also currently overseeing some of our residential homes, and Tanya Turner, who's Provider Services Manager for Support at Home, HMP Park, and our Extra Care Services, and she's recently joined our team. So I'm sure, as you're aware, the Care Inspectorate Wales are the independent regulators of social care, and they undertake annual inspections across our regulated services. So they inspect on four key themes, which is about the well-being of people receiving support, the quality of the care and support that we're providing, the leadership and management within the services, and within the residential settings, they also inspect the environment. They then provide us with those key findings of how we've performed against standards and any activity we've undertaken to meet those standards. So last year we had 6 inspections. So within our older persons services, which in the main we provide support to people over the age of 65. That would be
Sorry, Jane, to interrupt. We're having a bit of trouble hearing you, so I don't know if it's perhaps a microphone or...
Can you hear me now?
Headset. Can hear you now, yes. But it was sort of coming in and out. So we'll carry on, and hopefully it'll stay. Thank you.
Okay. If needed, I can remove the headset. Okay.
I think that might be better, actually, if you can. Are you in a position to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you. Cheers.
Yes, is that okay?
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, Jane.
No problem. Okay, so I was just saying we had 6 inspections last year within our residential services, which are mainly our older persons, which is Bryn Acai, Ticamorgo, Titloindero and Tianasawdra. Mainly we support people over the age of 65. Breakaway, which is our respite service for people adults over the age of 18, primarily people with learning disabilities, autism, physical disabilities. But last year we've extended our registration within Breakaway, so we are also offering support now to individuals with brain-acquired injuries. Our domiciliary inspection, I think the challenge there is that is a very complex umbrella of services. There's one inspection report, and that covers our support at home services, supported living, emergency accommodation, Glenkenfig Hostel, our young persons care leavers service, HMP Park, and the extra care of Titloindero and Tianasawdra. So that one report encapsulates all those service areas. Obviously, during the inspections as well, the inspectors engage with individuals being supported and their families as part of those inspections. So in summary, I would say the reports have highlighted a number of very good and positive areas of good practice, and all of them without exception make recommendation around the standard of care and the support that we're providing across the services is of a good standard. Key strengths that they've highlighted include the relationship between staff and the individuals receiving care and support, the leadership and management within our services, the feedback from individuals that they're very happy with their care and support and their needs are being very well met, provision of activities across services, and particularly within our residential care homes, which has been very important for people, the choice of meals and menus and positive mealtime experiences for people. So these were the inspections from 2023. In 2022, there were some consistent themes across our inspections where we had non-compliance in certain areas, which included our policies and procedures, and also in relation to staff support and development. So focused improvement plans were put in place around those areas. And not only did the inspectors focus on the 4 key themes within these inspections last year, they also look towards what's been identified as areas of improvements or what they class as priority action notices. And I'm really pleased to say that those areas of improvement and priority action notices were all achieved by the services and removed from the inspection reports. So that was a real positive. In our inspections, our domiciliary services, T Llwynderw and T Ynysawdra, and Breakaway particularly, all met the compliance with our regulations last year, and there were no areas of improvement or concerns highlighted in those inspection reports, which was excellent for those service areas. However, they did note 2 areas of improvement. One was in Brunacai, which is a residential care home, and that was in relation to fire safety work that needed to be undertaken on the building. Pleased to report that the registered manager worked very closely with our compliance officers and buildings, etc., and that work has been rectified and completed. And within T Cymogor, a new area that they highlighted was in relation to individuals' personal plans needed to be updated and to more accurately reflect people's care and support needs. So we appointed a new manager to T Cymogor last year, and this has been a focus of their work over the past year. There is an improvement plan in place. Kerry has temporarily been line managing T Cymogor and is very experienced and well trained in person-centred planning. So there's some new systems in place for the registered manager, and we are monitoring that by our quarterly quality assurance visits, and also as the responsible individual I undertake Reg 73 visits on a quarterly basis, so we are monitoring it via those as well. And I hope that's not too brief. I thought there's 5 minutes, so any questions please.
Thank you, that's wonderful. And I just want to say that overall this report that's come to us is a really good and positive report. You know, and I welcome that, as does the committee. I think this is indicative, though, of the hard work that has gone in from both the staff at the care homes and the staff in social services. You know, these implementations haven't been easy ones, so it's been really good to see this really, really glowing and positive report that's come back. So I think it would be remiss if we didn't say well done publicly, because I know we don't hear that often enough, but genuinely well done, because it's a lot of hard work that's gone in, and I think it should be noted publicly. So thank you. So on that positive note as well, moving forward, I have a question on page 58 from Councillor Llewellyn Hopkins, please.
Thank you, Chair. It's regarding table 1.1, and it's regarding Brunacai Residential Services. It says the visit date was the 17th of March 2023, but we're yet to have the report published. I was wondering why, please.
We have contacted the inspector. What we've been informed is that the report has been published. They had believed. However, they are in the process of checking into that. We have a copy of the report. There's been no changes made. So from the inspector's point of view, they're not understanding why the report they've submitted hasn't been published on the CIW site, but we are in contact with them with regard to that.
Okay, thank you. Does that answer the question for you?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Brilliant, thank you. Moving on, sorry, I'm just trying to find my page again. Page 67, please, and Councillor Hughes. Have I caught you on the hop?
No, it's okay. No, firstly, just want to echo what Councillor Bletso said, because when the report last came to this committee, there were those recommendations, things that needed to be done. Just wanted to say that obviously Tikamogo is in my valley, it's not in my ward, but I do live in the ward, so I'm just outside. And just wanted to say the new manager there seems fabulous. I've been down at Christmas, Councillor Gevy was there at Christmas time and invited to another event in March. And it's always been a lovely atmosphere there. They've got very experienced staff, some of which have been there for many years. So I'm really welcome the report. So just the only thing I wanted to ask really is, how do we ensure that that one recommendation with regards to the personal plans there is implemented, and we just ensure that happens, that's all. But really, it's a really fab report, and I haven't visited the others yet, but I have started on the rota visiting scheme, so I can't wait to see them all. Been to one in Porthcawl so far, that was fab as well. Booked a place for my mother. I haven't really, but it was amazing, and I'd have no qualms about my mother living there. So, but thank you. So just that one question. Thank you.
Thank you. And to echo what you've said, the feedback, my observations, and the feedback from families, from individuals at Tikamogo, from the staff themselves, and it's reflected in the report, have been really positive about the new manager. And we've definitely seen a significant increase in people involved in what's happening in the home and activities, etc. And I think, you know, in some respects, it was a little bit of a shame, but she came into the service and this was an action to be picked up on. I think, you know, there's many changes, positive changes that she's made, and this is one that, given the number of people at the service, we have to work towards. You know, there's a large number of people. We also provide respite support at Tikamogo as well. So she is working on that. And as I said, Kerry, who is very experienced and very well trained in person-centered planning, is providing some assistance of putting some new systems in place, new documentation, making sure that it's really reflecting the individuals who are living there. And then we're monitoring that at our visits, and we can already see those changes. We can see those changes being made. So hopefully that will be picked up on this year's inspection.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Thank you, and that answers your question, I believe. Yeah, grand. Any other questions from councillors? Because I actually haven't got any. It's such a good report. You're getting no questions virtually, which is a first. No, it doesn't look as if we do. I don't know if Tanya or Kerry want to speak to the report at all. If there's anything you'd like to add as well. No, all good, all content. Wonderful. No. In the recommendations, it does say the committee is recommended to note the outcome of the Care Inspectorate Wales inspections of the council's regulated services in audit, social care, and consider making comments upon the report. I think the comments that I made at the head of this report still stand. It is a really good reflection of our staff and the work that's going into these care homes. So well done. We heartily commend this report. So thank you. Thank you very much. So if
Thank you.
You're welcome. If
we'll leave the meeting now. Yeah.
Well, yes, if there's no further questions, can I thank the invitees, and you may leave the meeting. Yes, absolutely. Go on, carry on and do more good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Lovely. Thank you very much. We'll just take a brief recess for 5 minutes, just whilst we have our invitees leave. Thank you.